see, June? Are you on YouTube? Okay, you guys ready for a quick lecture? All right, I want to make sure you guys know how to do this so that way you have tonight and tomorrow to do it. We're presenting Wednesday morning. All right, you guys can see my screens. This is basically the final product that I'm searching for. Something very simple. I could have put way more effort into it, but this is the bare bones. That's it. Okay? So to do this, I'm using Rhino. And in Rhino, trying to figure out how much lag there is in your guys' computers. Is that my Rhino file right there, Josue, or is that the PDF still? Oh, there we go. Oh, okay. It just takes a while. Okay, so we're going to learn how to do this in Rhino real quick. It's the same thing as when we did the floor plan. Right? We did the floor plan, we plotted that floor plan onto a 17 by 11 sheet of paper, digital paper. So here I am, here's my design. Here it is in all 4 viewports. Let's turn this on. And you're going to click on the little plus button. We're going to do new layout. You're going to give it a name. Final presentation. Initial detail count, that's how many views you're going to want. And we're going to say 4. And I'm going to say paper size is tabloid, landscape. I'm going to click OK, and it's going to give me something like that. Let's see if I can put it up here too. Okay, so now we have a layout that's 17 by 11. I have 4 viewports here. You're going to right click up here in the top left corner where it says Final Presentation, and I have Print Preview checked. It's already checked. So you want to make sure that's checked. If it's not, just go ahead and click it. Each of these is a viewport into my 3D model. going to display it up here if you guys want to watch. All right, so each of these four is a viewport into my Rhino model. So this is my top view up on the top left. This is one of my elevations, that's front, and then this is my side elevation, right. And then this one is a perspective image. Okay. So one thing I can do is I can say, okay, I'm going to double click here, and I'm going to right click, and instead of wireframe display mode, I'm going to choose something like technical. Same thing for this one, technical. This one, technical. Okay. If I want those to have the same scale, so that way they're all lined up, I can select these viewports. And right here on the right side in the properties, I have my viewport scale. So I'm going to say 1 inch on the page is equal to 12 inches in the model. Okay, now all of them have been resized. And I'm going to say lock viewport, so that way I don't double click in here and accidentally move it. And then on the layer side, I'm going to create a new layer called layout, and a layer under that called text. And in this layer, I'm going to start to put dimensions. So I'm going to type in dim and say here to here, 6'2", here to here, 2'1.5". From the bottom of my wheel to the top of the plywood, 3 feet. Maybe I want to say from the plywood to the plywood. Maybe I want to say from the plywood to the underside of the top. Okay, right now this viewport is looking at the front side, but because of the way I designed my model, the front, the one I want to look at is actually the back. So I can go back to the final presentation, click inside here, right click, set view, and say back. Oops. Or front, set view, back. Oh, it's locked. If I unlock it, right click, set view, back, lock it. I need to delete all this and type in dim. Alright, this one here is my 3D view. It works just like your normal 3D view does in Rhino. So I'm going to get a nice angle just like that by orbiting and panning. This one I'm going to go to try a different view mode, like Arctic is a nice one. Okay. I can add some notes using leader. And I can point at things and say this. Go to here, hit enter, and then type in plywood. Okay. Let's do another one from here. Actually, if I just make a copy, I'm going to make a copy of this one. It's a little bit less work. You can just select this control point, move it up here, change this to laser cut, acrylic, signage. Okay. Let's grab one of these and type in copy and move it over here. I'm going to say, put it right there. Call it caster wheel. Caster wheels. Maybe I want to show the depth from here to here. Let's put a title. I'm going to call it Cash Wrap 2.0. For height, I'm going to give it 0.375 and click OK. And plop that right here. Let's move this plan view down just a little bit. And then we'll take this one. I'll say copy. Change the height back to 1/8. Let's not do bold. Let's not do underline. I'm going to put my class arc A21 design build 1 Teva Crowley. Okay, save, print. Okay, you want to print it as a PDF. You want to make sure that it says tabloid. 17 by 11 is tabloid. And then you hit print. Give it a good name. Save. Any questions so far? Like when it's all done. These are orthographic views and they're technical drawings, so they're kind of seeing through things, and anything that's behind something is dashed, which gives us a little bit of a skeleton or x-ray view. And then here's my Coast Collective image, like a simple rendering. I tried this out on ChatGPT. I gave it my rendering, my basic rendering, and it gave me this couple of images. So I gave it this one. Just a very super basic one. I was still modeling the wheel, and it gave me this, which is pretty, but not accurate. I gave it this one for context, and it gave me this. Like a really giant tall man, but also not my design. And it also gave me this. So would not try ChatGPT. But if you want to try something like ArchVinci, that might be a better route. But anyways, this is sort of the basic of what you can do, all in Rhino. No Illustrator, nothing else, just all in Rhino. Another thing I didn't cover, because I already had fixed it, is if I look at my layers, let's get rid of this guy. If you look at your layers, you have the layer name, you have the column where it tells you whether it's current or not, your visibility, whether the layer's locked. These are your display colors. So when you're in Rhino and you're in shaded or ghosted view, this is your display color. By default, your print color, this column here, matches exactly with this color here in your display color. So if this one was blue, this used to look blue, and then let's see, FrameCAD used to be something kind of bluish, grayish. Okay. When you have it like that by default, you'll notice that's how it's going to print out. So to change that to black, you just select all of these layers, make sure you expand all your layers, and just say black for print color. Not display color, but for print color. And then everything will turn black, and it'll look like this. All right. That's what's due. Wednesday morning. All right, any questions? Yes. This is the printed, or the board. This is the presentation board. And then in addition to that, you're going to be there to give an oral presentation. And the physical model in the actual context model, she'll be here on Wednesday. Yeah. So it'll be this as a visual. This will be on the TV screen because it has information that you may not be able to, tell her in person on the physical model. It'll have all these dimensions on it, which your model won't. Your model will give her an idea of what it looks like, but this will actually have some concrete numbers. And then you're calling out certain materials here. So we'll actually be able to give her this PDF, right? So she can walk away with it after Wednesday, right? Because Wednesday she's not going to choose which one she wants to do, right? She's going to need a little bit more time to think about it. So she'll probably get back to me by Monday. Yeah. But we want to give this to her as a reminder. Hey, here's my design. This is this way, blah, 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 blah. I'm the one who wanted this and this and this and that. Yeah. Yeah, of course. Yes.
This one-page PDF is enough.
This is enough. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Any other questions? All right. I'm going to end this live. If you guys do have any questions, this live will be posted on my YouTube under live. So you guys can always go back and watch this over and over and over again. If anything confuses you, just comment